Hello, everybody. This is Chef Hania Baweja in Focus at Work Hall. We're going to address a few of your questions today regarding culinary management. We have a list of questions here. We'll wait for a few more people to join, I guess. Okay, so our first question is your blog states that you accidentally got into the field of culinary. Can you tell us more about it? It's actually a pretty interesting story. Um, जो कनाडा के अंदर एक यूनिवर्सल एक फॉर्म होता है जो आप फिल करते हैं फॉर यूनिवर्सिटीज एंड कॉलेजेस एंड देन यू जस्ट सेंड इट टू ऑल ऑफ द यूनिवर्सिटीज दैट यू वांट टू अप्लाई टू. So I had that form filled and I was applying to all of the colleges and university that I wanted to go to. I actually wanted to become a filmmaker. Yeah, filmmaker and then culinary management. It's completely different. So I wanted to enroll into filmmaking and become a filmmaker. Like, while I was actually um, scrolling down through all of the universities that I wanted to apply to for filmmaking, I came across culinary management as a program for education, and I ended up reading upon it. And honestly, it literally didn't even take me more than a second, and I ended up applying to it, and I got in, and that's how I became a chef. And now, in hindsight, if I think about it, I think this is actually where my passion lies, and I ended up following it unknowingly. At that time, I had no idea that I enjoyed being a chef, I enjoyed being in the kitchen, or enjoyed being able to develop new recipes, or having the knack of researching about food sciences or getting to know about all of that. And I think it's just very stimulating and fun to do. Our next question is, where do you draw creative inspiration from? Okay, so because I wanted to become a filmmaker, now what I actually find time to do that also, in the sense that I have incorporated culinary management, as in cooking with filmmaking, in the sense that I do videos and food photography and all that. So I get to do both the things that I really, really like doing. So in terms of food photography and food videography, I feel like every food has a story to tell. And that's how I draw inspiration and creative ideas. जैसे जो भी डेली लाइफ की हमारी चीज़ें होती हैं, I try to portray that as a story in form of still images or videography. If you've seen my work, then you probably have an idea. That is what my Instagram and my blog is also about. And in terms of cooking food in the kitchen, I literally just let the weather and my intuition and feeling do all the work. I don't follow, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know. I don't really follow one particular recipe as per se. Whatever I'm making at that moment in time, I let my intuitions and my feelings do the work, and कुछ बस बन जाता है. I may be being modest, but yeah, that's just how it works at most of the time. Because once I'm in the kitchen, it's just like, it's a place of solace in some meanings. And then, when it's just something that you enjoy doing, it just translates itself into something phenomenal, I would say. Our next question is, who is a prominent figure that inspired you? अच्छा, actually, because मेरा कभी इरादा तो था नहीं शेफ बनने का, मैं बहुत randomly शेफ बन गई थी. तो I won't say that I actually joined. There was one person that who inspired me to become a chef. Um, Having been born into a hospitality industry, family, my family has been involved in the hospitality field for years, like years. So I think that's how I've started to uh, get mentored, I would say, after I became a chef. मतलब because पहले कोई इरादा था नहीं, and now that I am a chef, They are the people that I actually go to, my uncles and my dad and my mom and everybody, and we kind of just हमारे घर में actually 24/7 सिर्फ खाने की बात होती है about what's the science behind this vegetable or this thing that we cook or how this thing happens. Other than that, my chefs, the chefs at my school continue to be my mentors till date. Whenever I get hung up on something, I can message them whenever I want to. Other than that, I also feel like all these people out there who are not certified chefs but they love to cook, that's where their passion lies. I feel like there's still so much to learn from them. You don't really have to have one particular mentor for anything. There's so many things that you can learn from everybody out there. Everybody has nicks and knacks and hacks that they do in their kitchen, or just general things that they deal with, and you can learn from everybody out there. You don't If you don't have a mentor, if you don't really think that you look up to one particular person, it's fine. You can keep learning from everybody who's out there. Everybody has a way of doing their own things, and they're all like teaching you things to do. You just have to have that open mind, and that power and their will to learn from everybody out there. अगर आप अपने दिमाग में या दिल में एक ईगो बिठा लेंगे कि नहीं मुझे आता है सब कुछ और मैं तो I'm the perfect one because I've done this or done that, then you will not even listen to your mentor basically. You should actually walk and learn from everybody through life basically. What do you think is lacking in the Pakistani culinary industry? Okay, that's actually a very interesting and actually a very excellent question. Um, in terms of food trends, there I wouldn't say that anything's lacking per se, because we follow the current food trends that are going on universally. We follow a lot of rules and laws, the health precautions and kitchen precautions that are laid down by Sindh Food Authority for us. पहले जिसको जो करना होता था वो कर लेता था. HACCP के rules follow होते भी थे, नहीं भी होते थे, लेकिन now because of the authority being very active and in place, we do follow the universal food laws that apply everywhere, which is a good thing. Pehle that didn't happen. Also, things that lack are our love for our own food. I mean, we do love our own food. We love South Asian food. We love Pakistani food, but it's just that we run after the Western food trends quite a lot, which is actually good. We should do that. I mean, we should match with what's going on around the world, but we should also, you know, take that kind of pride and that kind of passion that is needed for our own food, like core Pakistani food. We haven't been able to uh, work more and enhance on our own dishes as much as we should have, or as much as we should. एक ट्रेंड आता है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अभी करंटली बहुत सारे रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं जहाँ पे कढ़ाई बनती है तो वो एक ही तरीके की बनती है, राइट? बिकॉज of the kind of food culture that we have in Pakistan, because it's a karigar ustad wala scene. But other than that, we don't work upon developing new dishes, new food development for our own Pakistani food. We do not work on learning on working with the vegetables and the herbs and the spices that are native to our own land. Because see, Pakistan is huge. We have a very versatile range of foods that people eat in our country. गिलगित बल्तिस्तान में अलग किस्म का खाना खाया जाता है, कराची में अलग किस्म का खाना खाया जाता है, पंजाब में अलग किस्म का खाना खाया जाता है. We don't have that kind of amalgamation. We don't have that kind of development that is required to put our own core food industry out there to display. Basically, that's one thing that I severely feel is lacking. And I'm a complete advocate of learning your own roots and learning our own foods basically. Because अगर हमें अपने खाने का पता होता है, we then build upon it and then we keep learning about new things. अगर हमें अपने core basic खाने के बारे में नहीं पता होगा, it's just like अगर हमें बेसिक मैथ नहीं पता होगी तो हम कैलकुलस नहीं कर सकते. अगर हमें बेसिक खाने के बारे में नहीं पता होगा तो वी कैन नॉट बिल्ड अपॉन फ्लेवर्स, वी कैन नॉट create new flavors, we cannot do that basically. Question, do you have a mentor, and if so, how did they guide you along this path? I think मैंने answer कर दिया. I don't really have one particular mentor, but having been born into a family which has been involved in hospitality for a very long time, now that I did choose to become a chef, happenstance, I go to them, I speak to them when needed, and they guide me accordingly. And yeah, that's what happens. What do you consider to be the most important ideas and or concepts to impart to aspiring chefs and cooks? I feel like between both ideas or concepts, I feel like both are important. I can't choose between one. अगर आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स, जस्ट लाइक प्रीवियसली मैंने कहा था, अगर आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर नहीं होते, अगर आपको बेसिक्स नहीं पता होती, तो आप आइडियाज भी डेवलप नहीं कर पाते हैं, लेकिन वो एक लिमिट तक कर पाते हैं. जब अगर आपको जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आपको पता होता है कि नाइफ को किस तरीके से पकड़ना है, to be able to cut appropriately, to easily, conveniently, and without injuring yourself, then you can develop on different cutting styles. You know what I mean? Just a good example, slice करना एक तरीका है, but then obviously there are numerous different ways to cut. There's dicing, there's chopping, there's slicing, there's julienne, you know. जब आपको आपकी बेसिक्स पता होती है कि नाइफ को इस तरीके से पकड़ना है, now you have a task, you need to make this dish look spectacular, you will be able to create different ways and different cutting styles basically. तो first come concepts, then come ideas. Ideas आपको बगैर concepts के भी आते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है नहीं आ सकते, आते हैं. Obviously it's natural because everybody has that creative side to them, but बहुत ज़्यादा डेवलप्ड और इन्हेंस्ड आइडियाज़ आपको तब आ सकते हैं जब आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर हों, जब आपको कॉन्सेप्ट्स और बेसिक्स और फाउंडेशंस पता हों किसी भी चीज़ के. तो फॉर culinary मैनेजमेंट इट्स जस्ट दैट आपको बेसिक्स, आपको फूड साइंसेस पता होनी चाहिए, आपको आपकी कटिंग स्किल्स होनी चाहिए, आपको फूड, आपको मीट और हर्ब्स के बारे में पता होना चाहिए, आपको as basic as salt के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. So once you know the sciences and roots behind all of these concepts, that is when you will be able to develop new ideas and new dishes or menus or whatever you want to do basically. So I hope that helps you guys in some way or the other. The other question that we have here is, how do you stay up to date on food trends actually? आजकल तो फूड ट्रेंड्स के लिए अप टू डेट होने के लिए कोई आपको इतना कुछ हासिल करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. एवरीथिंग इज ऑन सोशल मीडिया आउट देयर ऑल द टाइम. और फूड ट्रेंड्स थोड़े से डिफरेंट होते हैं इन द सेंस के देयर आर वैरायटी ऑफ फूड ट्रेंड्स. आई वुड से उसको हम शॉर्ट डाउन कर देते हैं दो हेडिंग्स के अंदर. एक सोशल मीडिया के फूड ट्रेंड्स होते हैं और एक होते हैं जो आपके रेगुलर आपके रेस्टोरेंट्स में ट्रेंड कर रहे होते हैं, और जो या आपके एक्सपोज वगैरह में जो आपको पता चलते हैं. ऐसी बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं. सोशल मीडिया के फूड ट्रेंड्स वो होते हैं जो विच आर एक्चुअली कॉल्ड इंस्टाग्राम फूड ट्रेंड्स, इंस्टाग्राम वर्दी फूड ट्रेंड्स, जो कि खाली आपको इंस्टाग्राम पे नजर आती हैं. एंड देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ रेस्टोरेंट्स और कैफेज और छोटी छोटी ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं जो उन चीज़ों को फॉलो करती हैं, हु आर नोन फॉर देम, ताकि those images go out on Instagram and then they're trending and then they're viral and you know, so उनको वो एक added benefit होता है. That's just how they run. But Instagram food trends and the trends that are also established in restaurants in the industry always go hand in hand also. So how do I keep up to date is, I follow quite a lot of chefs out there. I follow the up and coming trends जो आते हैं. There are a lot of expos that happen around the world. I follow that. I follow a lot of chefs, a lot of restaurants, and बहुत सारी ऐसे seminars वगैरह होते हैं, बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं जो आप follow करते हैं, तो आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ों को पता चल जाता है. And also, once you're in the industry, um, once you've been in the industry for a while, you're able to forecast also कि क्या क्या forecast, मतलब क्या क्या चीज़ें भी ट्रेंड कर सकती हैं, क्या चीज़ ट्रेंड करेंगी. बहुत सारे फैड्स भी होते हैं, बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं जो कि चलने लगती हैं. Just give me 1 second. I think I have a little problem with my charger. Um, Okay, sorry about that. My laptop, the charger had a problem. Okay, so the next question we have is, um, what do you think is the future of culinary industry in Pakistan? The future of culinary industry in Pakistan is, I think, it's very bright. There's so many new things happening. There's so many passionate people out there. Everybody. Actually हमारे भी majority जो population है वो youth की population है, and a lot of these people have that drive to do a startup, and they're all becoming entrepreneurs, and that's excellent. Mostly आजकल people want to do things on their own, on the side, or full time, or whatever. um, so there will be, I feel there will be a lot of youth based um, establishments now. That's what I've been seeing, and also a lot of new gastronomy is happening. So I think to अब की जो industry चल रही है is going to be very interesting. But obviously, let's not forget that COVID also happened, and we also. So obviously the past year has been difficult for a lot of people, a lot of industries, basically every industry. So uh, things may have been pushed back for a lot of people, most people. Things have been pushed back, but resilience, and things will just turn around beautifully. The next question is, for people wanting to follow into your footsteps, what necessary skills do they need to possess? Okay, one thing: don't follow my footsteps. Never follow anybody's footsteps. You make your own path. You cannot follow somebody's footsteps because you're not that person. You're your own person. Sorry, this is not related to culinary management, but this is something that I really have to say. Do not follow anybody else's footsteps because you're not the person that person is. You know what I mean? You have to carve your own niche. You need to carve your own path. That is what you do. But having said that, if you like culinary management, if you like culinary arts, if you like food, if that is something that you think that you want to do, you first of all, you have to have resilience. You have to be really passionate about something. um, you have to be really passionate about something. So sorry about that. I don't know what happened. So I was saying that you have to carve your own niche, and if you like if you like if there's something that you're really 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 passionate about, you need to learn about it, in the sense that enroll yourself into courses and programs and seminars. Literally hog onto any kind of information that you can find regarding culinary, up and coming trends, everything that you can see. Having said that, um, there are skills that you need to become a chef. Basics are, um, um, basics are like cutting techniques, meat, and all that. So you need to know all that. Okay, just give me 1 second. We'll continue with this. There's one question. I'm an architect by profession, but believe me, fond of cooking. In fact, have passion to the extent to start something in food business. What do you suggest? If you're passionate about it, Miss Shella, this question is by Miss Shella. Miss Shella Taslim. Okay. So if you're really passionate about it, if there's something that you really like doing, then you should, and by all means, there should absolutely be nothing that should stop you from doing it. You should work out a plan. You should work out a plan a forecast, and see where you stand right now and plan for a year, and plan what you need to do. What if you want to start a homemade business, if you want to start a restaurant, if you want to start a delivery service or a cafe or whatever. You need to plan about it. You need to plan accordingly and then work on it. I don't think that anything should stop you from following your dreams. Basically, that's it. That's the core of it. So we were talking about developing skills in the culinary industry. um, जब हम culinary school जाते हैं, तो वो हमारी स्किल्स डेवलप कराते हैं, ठीक है। जैसे फॉर समबडी लाइक मी, जिसका कोई प्लान नहीं था शेफ बनने का, और जो बन गया और अब उसका पैशन ही यहीं पे है, तो मेरे पास आई हैड नो स्किल्स टू गो इनटू अ culinary school in a certain sense, we can say, right? तो जब हम वहाँ जाते हैं, they help you with things. They develop that first semester that you have, those 6 to 8 months are focused on developing that core basic skills for a chef or a cook, basically. तो जब आप वो करते हैं, जब आप वहाँ जाते हैं, तो यू लर्न थिंग्स। लेकिन अदर देन दैट, जब आपको पता है कि आपका ये पैशन है, तो टेक आउट टाइम टू डू different recipes every week. There's so many tutorials out there on YouTube कि cutting किस तरह करनी है, for example bechamel sauce किस तरह बनाना है, या mornay किस तरह बनाना है, and all that. So if you're really into food, you should take out time every week or every day to maybe read about something like this, so that you develop that kind of a thinking कि फूड इंडस्ट्री के अंदर या मुझे आना है, या मुझे अगर शेफ बनना है, तो मुझे क्या क्या चीज़ें करनी होगी. ऑल्सो वन थिंग दैट you really need to know is that जब आप शेफ होते हैं, और जब आप जब शेफ स्कूल में होते हैं, या जब आप इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहे होते हैं, तो आपका मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आपका पैर पे खड़े होके जाता है, और दैट्स लिटरली द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट थिंग दैट यू कैन डू, बिकॉज आपके पाँव स्वेल होने लगते हैं. आई एम नॉट That's not something that I'm making you guys worried about, because it just happens. So you just need to have that endurance. You need to be the kind of person who's physically active. If you're not physically active, things will start hurting here and there, because you're on your feet all the time. You're literally on your feet all the time. But if you're not physically active, that'll be a problem. So start becoming physically active if you want to pursue a career in culinary management or culinary arts. Just start becoming physically active. Start practicing your chopping skills, your cooking skills, your baking skills. Start doing that. Start with choti moti recipes, then build up on it. Like challenge yourself to making a poached egg, for instance, for one Sunday morning. Challenge yourself to making the first perfect French omelette. Start by doing all these choti cheeses, and then build up on it, so that when you're in so that when you actually go to the school to learn it, you have a lot more time to develop on more new skills. You know what I mean? Next question is, hmm, लग गया. देखिए, am I back on? Okay. I hope we're still live. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, guys, for that. Actually, we can really not do anything about that. Okay, so where were we? We had another question. We had a question. What obstacles and troubles that you faced while entering this field? Okay, that's actually a very interesting question. One basic obstacle is that it's a very male dominated industry. It's a very active industry. An active kitchen is a chaos. It's a chaos to say the least. So it's a around the world majority is a male dominated industry. So it's very difficult at times to make your own mark in the industry or in that particular kitchen. When I started in Canada, तो जो मेरा uh, my first work or my internship or whatever we can call it was उसके अंदर I was the only brown um, girl in the I was the only brown girl in the team on the team in the actually hotel that I worked at. Basically, it was a team of all white people. Um, Majority white people. I would say 95% white people. I was the only brown. There were other ethnicities also. I was the only brown. So it was very difficult because I was bullied. I was given the most odd jobs because I was brown and all that. So ये सब चीज़ें होती हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा होती हैं. I was bullied to the point that they wanted me to um, give up and leave. That's what they wanted, but it didn't happen. But they bullied me quite a lot. Another, so it's just that actually kitchen का एक ये होता है कि आपकी एक टीम होती है और हेड शेफ अगर आपका बहुत बुरा होता है, अगर आपका एग्जीक्यूटिव शेफ बहुत बुरा होता है, तो इट्स पेन फॉर यू टू स्टे देयर. दे मेक इट अ पॉइंट कि आप छोड़ दें. लेकिन if you're really resilient, if this is something that you really like doing, if it's your passion, you're going to stay put and you're going to stay there and you're going to make your own mark. But having said that, that does not mean that you're going to stand being bullied. You know what I mean? You do not have to get bullied. Yeah, so that's what happened. Um, when I came here, it was very difficult for me again because it's यहाँ पे तो it's a 99.999% मेल डोमिनेटेड इंडस्ट्री. यहाँ पे तो बहुत कम वुमेन होती हैं किचन के अंदर, बहुत कम होती हैं लेकिन बहुत कम होती हैं. तो और बहुत सारे ऐसे हमारे यहाँ काम करते हैं जो जिनकी लैंग्वेजेस सेम नहीं होती, जो शायद बहुत ज़्यादा एजुकेटेड भी नहीं होते, जिनको ये जॉब मिली होती है बिकॉज वो ख़ानदानी यही काम करते हुए आ रहे होते हैं या उन लोगों ने अपने उस्ताद से यही सीखा हुआ होता है. तो to working with them or teaching them or helping them out or laying down rules for them becomes very difficult. And when you're a female, uh, and you're literally half their age, and when you're trying to tell them कि ये laws नहीं हैं, ये rules नहीं हैं, आपको इस तरीके से करना पड़ेगा, इस तरीके से करना होता है, this is more beneficial, they don't listen to you. So that is also very difficult. But that doesn't mean that you have to stop there. That does not mean that you have to stop there. It just means that you have to work harder. You have to show them that you are made of something, you are somebody, and you are here to conquer that industry. You are here to make your own mark. That's it. What do you have lined up for the future? What do I have lined up for the future? I have quite a few projects lined up. There's one passion project of mine that that I'm currently focusing on, which is my website and my Instagram. It's my passion project, and um, that's what I plan on focusing on for a while. And it's about food stories, basically. So that's it for now. I do have quite a lot of other things lined up. That's kind of like a surprise-ish kind of a thing. So other than that, um, yeah, I'm planning to take it a little slow for now. What wise words would you like to impart to aspiring chefs and entrepreneurs for tomorrow? I think I've said quite a lot of things in this entire conversation. If you know that food is your passion, if you know that food is what drives you, not eating it, creating things out of food, basically. If you feel like food is what drives you, and this is where you need to be, where you have to be, then do not let anybody else tell you otherwise, ever. Don't. If this is where your passion lies, this is what you do. You do not let anybody tell you that you can't do it. And if you're a male, female, whoever, it's up to you. You just need to work hard on it. If you're an entrepreneur, आपको restaurant खोलना है, you work hard towards it. You make it happen. You create the most outstanding menu that you can, and you put it out there. One thing that I recommend everybody who comes to me for consultation or whatever, or any kind of advice, um, make your own recipes. You should have recipes in your own hand, not the chef or the cooks. Do not let them develop recipes for you. Even if they do, you should have a written copy always. Because once they leave, your restaurant, your cafe is literally left hanging and you don't have anywhere to go. फिर आपकी क्वालिटी और क्वांटिटी और सब चीज़ें बहुत ख़राब हो जाती हैं. So that's one thing that I tell you. Other than that, follow your passions. Once you're passionate about something, you figure it out. आप अगर किसी चीज़ के लिए passionate होते हैं, आप खुद ब खुद अपने लिए एक way बना लेते हैं. आप खुद ब खुद तरीके ढूंढ लेते हैं कि मुझे क्या चीज़ कब करनी चाहिए, मुझे अपने passion को follow करने के लिए कौन कौन सी चीज़ें lay out करनी है. Basically, so that's it. That's it. That's all the questions that I have right now. Um, that's all we have. And if you have any other questions, you guys can ask for a call, and they'll direct them to me in the future, and then I can answer them via whatever portal. But I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I really enjoyed talking to you all, and just putting something out there. And I really hope that all of these people, um, all of you guys who are passionate about anything that you guys like doing, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो खाली culinary arts हो. Just because I'm talking about culinary arts doesn't mean that this is what you have to follow. But if there's anything that you're really really passionate about, follow it. Just make a plan and follow it. Don't put it to the next day. If you start working on it today, even if it's just one sentence or one word that you're putting out, you're still working towards it, and you will make it happen. I have faith in all of you guys. So keep working, keep striving to become the utmost best versions of yourself. Have fun. Bye.